you're like, we're both well aware that like this is the easiest way to like get your student loans paid. Like, why wouldn't you take this opportunity?
You know, this definitely beats like, you know, working at McDonald's.
I used to like go on Craigslist every night and like try to find sugar daddies and try to like find someone that would take care of me, and then he just came.
Dating has always been a challenge for me. When I was growing up, I'm just really shy, and I never really got a girlfriend until I was 21 years old. And one of the things I recall my mother telling me was just focus on your school, study hard, and someday use your success, perhaps your generosity, to turn the dating game around. Well, with most of the people I've dated, I'm always, there to help, whether it be to help them fix up their resume or give them advice or even help them financially. And of course, when you go out for dinner, I expect that I, as a guy, would pay for it.
I mean, he's told me, like, if we meet in person, we'll go out to dinner, like, I'll take you shopping. He's like, and then, like, you can whisper any number in my ear, and I'll put 3 zeros after it, and if you have sex with me, you can have that much money. And I know everything about him, like, not everything. Like, I have all of our chats saved. I have screenshots of him talking to me, and I have like his real name. So if he ever like tried to fuck with me, I could like ruin his life.
I think these men, they sort of, they want to steal the deal right away. That's sort of their approach because, they are paying for a service, obviously. And, so I can imagine that, the terms would have to be negotiated.
I grew up in a broken home, and I had to leave home at a pretty young age. I was basically on my own for a long time, and I wasn't being supported in any way, financially, emotionally, and I was just kind of like lost. So I'd heard about this girl that I knew who was a dominatrix, and I just thought that, like, I can do this because I have no morals.
Well, we've actually heard comments from all over the place. You have people who are completely against the website and what it stands for. And then you have people who have ultimately used the website and gained a lot from it. So what I have to say really is that it's a tool. But what we have found surprising, obviously, is the number of college students who have joined the website. That was not something that we had expected, certainly.
The day I was gonna quit, this man walks in, and I guess he just saw something in me, and he just wanted to talk. He didn't want anything from me, and we talked for hours. He left. He like tipped me like $1,000, and I was like, take my number because I'm not going to be working here anymore.
There are many different arguments for and against. I mean, obviously, the media loves to hop on the term, it's prostitution, because it's just so sensational and it gets people tuned in to watch television. But the true fact is, this is not prostitution. Prostitution is exchange for sex for money, and that's what it is. This is more of a relationship. This is about two people having chemistry, and of course one person being the wealthy or successful one who's willing to contribute in that sense. Nobody is really here because they have to be. They actually choose to be on the website.
I don't know, my mom was a young woman living in New York. Like, she knows. It's like not a big deal. Like, whatever. If you want me to live on my own, I'm gonna find my own way of doing it,
Having like, a grandfather figure and that sort of thing, it was like an arrangement, but it was something that I like trusted, I felt safe, and I was trying to minimize as much risk as possible because at the end of the day, it's like a transaction.
There's talk about marriage, there's talk about having children. My life has changed in ways that I can't even describe. Like, I was like a street kid, and now I'm a princess. I can have anything I want. I can support the people around me. I can support my family and my friends that, saw me come up from the struggle, and it's really been like quite remarkable.
These guys are like always, like, a lot of them are like, I want a student. I want to help put someone through school. Because he's not, like, bad. I'm just like, what the fuck's wrong with you giving me all this money?
There were other needs that, this person wanted to be fulfilled, and it was up to me to sort of, decide, okay, well, is this something that I want to do, and, at what price? I didn't really realize that I had a capacity to hurt people's feelings, even if it was, a prearranged business arrangement. Do you know what I mean? I totally believe in, making my own luck, and, I hope to not be defined by, my past, but, to be more defined by, what I create now in the future.
I would work all day, all night. Like, I just was addicted to making money. I was like, just pile it up. I would make like thousands of dollars in a day. Like, why would I want to be hanging out with a bunch of fucking losers when I could be like making so much money and like, buying myself all these things I could never afford before, I buy a lot of Alaya, Hermes, Chanel, like the big ones, I don't do Alexander Wang. I don't do any of that shit. No. I buy the big ones. If you can't beat them, join them. That's just it. Like, I'm not gonna spend my time like fighting something that, I wish when I was younger, I would go to a lot of protests and I was very active, and I did actually attend a lot of Occupy Wall Street marches. My dad was very involved and I actually led a march, which was crazy. But at the end of the day, it's like, I guess I've just kind of given up on humanity. I'm just gonna feed into it. I don't care. With having money, I've been able to deal with mental illness and like things that I couldn't afford to deal with before. And I've been in a lot of situations, like even with the law, like I've been arrested. Don't forget where you found me, like in a dominatrix dungeon. He needs that reality check sometimes, because sometimes he expects like so much from me, and I'm just like, no, like that's not me.
I've received news last year that I was HIV positive, and as you can imagine, that was the last thing that I expected. So I kind of got sick after it happened, and sort of realized, wow, I should probably go get tested and see what's wrong with me, because up until that point I was fine. I was really in a good place, and I went to a doctor, and this guy was like really helpful, and I could tell that he was definitely feeling guilty about his mistake, because although he didn't ask me if I was positive or negative, I didn't ask him if he was positive or negative either. So it was definitely like a complex situation, but like through it all, we took a vacation and we had an incredible time getting to know each other, through the chaos. But I learned from a friend that it wasn't the first time that he had making that mistake. So I was heartbroken. I was devastated, because up until that point, that we did the last interview, I really was in a good place, like mentally. If I weren't, anywhere else in the world, I'd probably be with my biological family. I think I'm learning now that when you're young and you're cute, older guys, they typically just want you for one thing, and initially they'll tell you, yeah, I'll help you out. You can stay with me as long as you need to, but then, you sort of sense later on along the line that there's an expectation. The sugar daddies, in a way, have really filled in the gap of, the parental roles that are lacking in my life. So I'm really fortunate, because I'm able to sort of like have, a normal, privileged kind of lifestyle that I probably wouldn't have if I did not pursue these sugar daddy relationships.
Hey,
Hey,
what's up?
Taylor. This is
Hey, Taylor, what's up?
So, am I more pain than pleasure?
It's 50-50. It goes both ways. Oh my god, I just came from visiting my friend.
How was it?
It was interesting. He's totally sane now. He's okay with going home on Tuesday.
What?
So he's got another weekend to babysit.
Can't wait to see her.
Oh my god, his skin is all clear. He's good.
How about Bruno?
Bruno's staying till tomorrow.
Okay.
I was calling the wrong kennel. Been calling, there was no answer. I was getting like really worried. I can't keep running. He wants me to go visit him too again at 7. At 6, I'm not going back at 6, maybe later. But I'm wiped out.
So as you can see, Mommy has her hands full.
Oh my god, I gotta just take this pill. I'm so out of it today. Do you live in Brooklyn? Have you been there a while? I just bought a place here in Bushwick. It's in Bushwick at Evergreen and Cooper. It's a cute little, it's a 2-family house. So I gotta rent one part of it out, and I'll probably take occupancy next week or the week after. I never really, I mean, I've looked through those websites, but I like kind of stay away from like dating websites because I only hear horror stories. I mean, I'm sure, I know there's good stuff. I hear a couple good stories, but you know, like with Facebook and stuff and all those things that happened over the last couple of years, the negative things.
Yeah.
So I kind of stay away from them.
Yeah.
Grindr's fun to look at though. And it's fun to look at rentboy.com. You drop your speaker.
Oh, the show will be back on momentarily.
What show?
My performance, I'm gonna do a number for the camera.
Uh-oh.
How do I look?
Beautiful.
So my name is Jasmine. I'm from South Pasadena, California.
I thought you were from Houston, Jasmine. Oh, that's where your parents are.
They moved there while I was in high school, but
And your father destroys the environment.
I think public schools are so random. I go to private school. As you can see, I tied my sweater around my neck.
But are you random? That's the question. Do you consider yourself a random person?
I'm gonna comb my hair out, guys, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Put your wig on.
Where's my
My
wig?
daddies like to be told what to do.
A closet, Gio. I don't see it. Is that a closet over
I
there?
think it is.
Let me see here. Damn, Gio. You open up the door right here. And in we go. Oh, it's hot in here, isn't it? It's too hot in here. What is he doing to me? You don't think it's hot? Oh my lord. Oh, don't tell me this doesn't open. They probably have to be straight up and down, right? No, that's sealed shut, isn't it, for people that are like not doing well? Oh my god. Is there a chair? We can wait, but not too long.
Okay, Daddy.
I'm too short, I can't reach. Oh my god. How are we gonna do this? I need phone books to stand on. I'll never be able to. Thank you.
Yeah.
But what did he do with my thing?
Wait.
Gio. No. Gio, I don't see the wig. Why did you see the Gio. Can I ask you something, Gio? Gio? Where's the thing that goes in the bag? Gio, I'm gonna ask you one more time.
Mom, do you have to embarrass me in front of my friends?
I would like to know what the thing is. I asked you to keep it together. What is it?
What are you looking for now? Don't you see I'm
I'm
performing?
looking for my light.
Oh, under the napkin in the bathroom. Don't smoke in hotels. But thank you guys so much. I just want to thank all my fans.
That's why I asked you to keep it together. Where, Gio? Now
Sink, like under, like the.
where? I don't know. I'm looking for it. I asked you to keep it in a specific place. Where, Gio?
For your face.